Hi students, in this video we are going to deal with the concepts of real numbers and Euclid division lemma. I will explain to you these topics in an easy way, and also I will provide you some notes about this topic that I prepared in the exam point of view. So watch this video till the end, and also subscribe this channel for more videos and click the bell icon for getting notification, and don't forget to share this video to your friends. Okay students, get started. Before going to talk about real numbers, let us see some different types of number systems. Now tell me, how do you count the houses in your colony? Okay. Yes, you started with 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And these counting numbers are called natural numbers. Natural numbers are denoted by the letter n, and the natural numbers started from 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. Up to infinity. What is this infinity? Yes, infinity means there is no end. Infinity means there is no end. Next one is whole numbers. If we add 0 to these natural numbers, we get whole numbers. That means whole numbers begin with 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. So these numbers are called whole numbers, and these whole numbers denoted by the letter W. Next one is integers. If we add negative numbers to these whole numbers, we get integers. What are these negative numbers? Suppose Raju started a business and he got loss of 1000 rupees. How can we indicate this loss in numbers? Yes, we can indicate this loss as minus 1000. Okay, these minus numbers are called negative numbers. These negative numbers along with the whole numbers are called integers, and these integers are denoted by letter G. And the set of integers are, this is the set of integers. Next one is rational numbers. Suppose you got 20 marks out of 25 in Telugu and 21 marks out of 25 in English and 22 marks out of 25 in science and 23 marks out of 25 in social and 24 marks out of 25 in mathematics. Okay, look at these numbers. These numbers are in the form of fractions. So, and also these numbers are not in the part of natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. This type of numbers are called rational numbers, and rational numbers will be denoted by letter Q, and the set of rational numbers in the form of P by Q, and Q is not equal to 0, and also P comma Q are integers. The numbers which we can write as P by Q form, those numbers are called rational numbers. Next one is irrational numbers. Those numbers which are not rational numbers and also cannot write in the form of P by Q form are called irrational numbers, and irrational numbers denoted by Q dash, and we can write irrational numbers as cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. Now coming to our topic, real numbers. Real numbers are the numbers which include natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. We can write real numbers as minus infinity to 0, to infinity, and the real numbers denoted by letter R. Now talk about Euclid division lemma. Theorem. Given positive integers a and b, there exists unique pair of integers q and r satisfying a is equal to bq plus r, 0 is less than or equal to r less than b. Now take two numbers like 15 and 4. First of all, we write like this. We know that 4 3s are 12. By subtracting 12 from 15, we get 3 as remainder. And we know that this 4 is called divisor and 15 is called dividend. This 3 is called quotient and this 3 is called remainder. Let us write this division in an equation form, like 15 is equal to 4 into 3 plus remainder 3. Now 15 is dividend and 4 is called divisor. This 3 is called quotient and this one is remainder. If we represent this 15 A and 4 as B and quotient 3 as Q and this remainder 3 as R, that means A is equal to 15 and B is equal to 4, Q is equal to 3 and R is equal to 3. Now we can write this equation as A is equal to, A means 15, this 4 means B, and this 3 means Q plus, and this 3 means R, BQ plus R. Now here this R represents remainder, R is remainder. Now let us discuss about the value of this remainder R. We can see that in this division we get remainder as 3. If we divide 12 by 4, we got the remainder as 0. And if we divide 13 with 4, we got remainder as 1. And also if we divide 14 by 4, we got remainder as 2. And if we divide 15 with 4, we got remainder as 3. And if we divide 16 with 4, we got remainder as 0. So by all these examples, we can see that the remainder value is 0, 1, 2, 3 and again it comes 0. The remainder value cannot be exceed the value of divisor. So we can conclude that the R value, that means the remainder value, will be always between the 0 and B, that means divisor. So we can write as 0 is less than or equal to R is less than B. And this one is our Euclid's division lemma. Okay, I hope you understand the Euclid division lemma. Our next topic is find the HCF by using division lemma. Find the HCF of 160. You have to find the HCF of 160. Imagine that there are two cans are there and filled with the milk. One can is 60 liters and other one is 100 liters. And these two cans are filled with milk. Now we want a measuring cup that measures the milk completely without any milk remains in these two cans. To find the solution, let us imagine that we have a measuring jar of 60 liters. If we use this 60 liter jar or 60 liters cup to measure the milk in these two cans, what will happen? We can measure all the milk in this can. We can measure only 60 liters of this can and 40 liters will be remain. If we use 60 liters can, 40 liters will remain. So we cannot measure all this milk with this 60 liter can. If we take 40 liters can, what happens? We can measure only 40 liters out of 60 and 20 liters will be remain in this can, and we can measure 2 times, that means 80 liters of this can, and 20 liters will remain in this can. So if we use 40 liters can, 20 liters milk will remain. So we cannot measure these two cans with 40 liter can. Okay, if we take 20 liter can, if we use 20 liters cup, then we can measure all the milk in 60 liters and also all the milk in the 100 liters can. So if we use 20 liters, 0 liters will be remain. So the answer is, so the required measuring cup is 20 liters cup. So we can say that the HCF of 160 is 20. Okay, now let us find the HCF of 160 by using Euclid's division lemma. What is Euclid division lemma? Says A is equal to BQ plus R and 0 is less than or equal to R is less than B. Okay, to find the HCF of 160, let us assume that A is equal to 100 and B is equal to 60. By using Euclid division lemma, we can write as 100 is equal to 60 into 1 plus 40. Here the remainder is 40. Euclid division lemma says that the remainder will be 0 is less than or equal to R is less than B. Now again apply the division lemma to 60 and 40. Let us take A is equal to 60, B is equal to 40. By using division lemma, we get 60 is equal to 40 into 1 plus 20. Again the remainder is 20. Again the remainder is 20, which is not 0. So we have to apply the division lemma one more time. So to 40 and 20. So let us take A is equal to 40 and B is equal to 20. We can write as 40 is equal to 20 into 2 plus 0. We cannot proceed any further, so that we can claim that the HCF of 160 is 20, that means divised. Hence we find the HCF of 160 by using division lemma. Okay students, this is the topic of today. The problems we will solve in the next videos. If you have any doubts in this topic, you can write in the comment section. I will reply. The notes will be available in the description box, so you can download it.